All right, man. Here we go. Another episode of TDM Talk. As you can see, I got a special guest in the building. I got the homie, my boy Jack Fross. What's up, my man?
Hey man, what's up, David? How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm great, man. It's good to see you, first of all,
Same,
man.
same, same.
And then to be able to even sit down and do this is so dope to me. We haven't had much of a one-on-one time, but hey,
No.
here we are.
Yeah, man, for real,
It's
for
time
real.
to get it all out, man.
Started
And
cheesing as soon as the camera came on, man.
so, what's going on with you, man? What's going on in your world right now?
Oh man, nothing but exactly what you see. Just music. I've been constantly working. For me to say where I'm at, I'm still constantly working. It just never stops.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think that's how it is though. Like, cause even me for 4 years, I kind of prided myself in just I never took a break from events to the clothing,
Yeah.
and then when we started the podcast 2 years later, it's like we're
Now,
almost at the 2 year anniversary.
it
So
takes a while to get there, though.
yeah,
It's not like it's all there at first, but once it becomes habit. Oh, it's grand. It does keep you busy.
yeah.
There's downsides sometimes.
One of the things that I think helped me be more consistent now is I stopped waiting on perfection and I started working towards progress. Like I was like, I want to progress instead of wait. Because I think if you wait till like the time is right, quote unquote, as they would say, or things are perfect, you'll never get started because shit is never gonna be perfect.
Took the words right out of my mouth, man. Progress is way more better than perfection.
Yeah.
What is that? Quality over quantity. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we're outweighing that one wrong. But you know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what
I
I'm
totally
saying.
get what you're saying because I'd rather be at least dropping something.
Yeah.
I get messages from a few people, my fellow podcasters. Shout out to Jay Vaz and Rolly. They'll point out like, man, do this different or don't do that or you need this, and I'm like, yeah, I know we're working towards it, but
Criticism is good, man.
yeah, no, I love it. I honestly appreciate it because I know where they're coming from with
Yeah.
it. It's not like in a malicious.
It takes a hardened heart to accept criticism that way.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
A lot of people are very prideful.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, there's people that will not like. I don't want to hear that shit. So.
Yeah, I know a few.
Do you get that from with the music? Do you get?
Well, coincidentally, I really don't get too many questions asked. So, I mean, I only get good compliments. I don't want to sound cocky about it. I just only get good compliments. I can't really recall a time where I had criticism. I believe the last time I did get that. Was, man, it was years ago, dude.
Yeah.
And I perfected that myself. And it was something to do with my hooks. Like, I started out trying to prove I can rap more than anything.
Okay.
And then once I figured out, Jack, you can rap, man. You got this. Nobody's really criticizing the bars. I moved on to, all right, well, let me work on the hooks now. It helps build creativity whenever you're not always trying to prove you can rap on every song.
Gotcha.
I have like these crazy hooks now that are more melodic and I don't know, maybe they lay down in the pop era. You never know.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think that's dope. To broaden your horizons, broaden your lane. Because I mean, with rappers, it's like there's 10 to 100 new guys every day.
Hell
It
yeah.
seems like it.
Hell yeah.
Because they're always messaging me. They always want something. Like, hey, put me on the show or whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna see them the most.
Yeah.
Because there's things that lie within you that some people might see you as a stepping stone
Yeah.
more than a helping hand.
Yeah,
You
and,
know?
and because it's happened before, even
Yeah.
even before we were like where we're at now, it was like that. It's always been, I could tell who was genuine, and I could tell who was just kind of using me to get on or
You need the
whatever
eye
the
of the
case may
tiger
be.
for that,
Yeah,
man. Shit.
and sometimes people disguise their bullshit
That's what I'm saying.
really well,
Very
So,
well, yeah.
but hey, it's part of the game, man. It
That's right.
happens.
That's right. That's right.
So I wanted to ask, man, the name. I don't know if anybody's ever asked you that question. Your name, where did it? Because when I was telling somebody earlier that I was interviewing you, they were like the guy from Christmas, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
This is great. This is good. Yeah, man, I would love to talk about this. So look, Jack Frost was never I never ever wanted that to be my rap name. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like,
Okay.
I love that it sticks. I love that it's part of me, and I even made it part of me. It used to be just like an imaginary thing. But look, I really wanted to be called Jack. But whenever we got on the distribution sites and tried to like put Jack, there's obviously somebody out there already named Jack. I even tried just Jack.
Okay.
All right. Once again, there's no luck. So here I am about to upload my first song, but they won't let me because I can't think of a rap name. And so fucking around, I just told my boy Effect, I'm like, yo, why don't we just put a like Jack Frost, like I'm cold, like my bars are cold, so Jack Frost. Hey, but not without the T, so we don't do no copyright or whatever. There's a Jack Frost character out there.
Yeah.
So Jack Frost, like Fross, like F Ross with an F, bro. We did it and it locked in. I'm like, I'll take it, man. I'm like, you know what? Later on down the line, I'll just introduce myself as Jack. But as time came by, people started calling me Fross by itself or Jack Frost together. I took it, man. Like, I rolled with it and it became part of me. So here I am, Jack Frost.
Hey, live in the flesh, man. That's what's up,
Crazy,
dude.
man.
I never would have guessed that. And I always just wondered, like, man, I wonder how you came up with the name.
I'm a simple guy, so Jack would have been perfect for me.
Yeah.
I don't wear name brand shit. I like Nike. That's it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I don't see no Gucci on me. I'm very simple, very simplistic because it's key.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, have you always been that way?
Yeah.
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 Just kind of.
I didn't know I was that way till I became more myself, more of an adult, and started realizing everything I do is simple, but it gets the job done. It's how I live life. Some people live life extravagant. No, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no. I always see people wearing, like, I'm not gonna lie. To me, a lot of that designer shit is ugly.
Me
I
too.
do not like. I don't care how much it costs or how exclusive it is. I don't like it. Like, it ain't my thing, I guess.
Bring up the past, man. I've been wearing basketball shorts for everything I do since I was a wee one.
Hey, if you see me out, I'm always eating some shorts or some joggers.
I'm very comfortable every time I'm out.
Yeah, that's what I want to be comfortable
Me
because
too.
9 times out of 10 I'm standing around all day, and the shorts really came from me always playing sports, and then when I got into coaching sports, like youth sports or whatever, or even with the adults, I was always wearing shorts. So it'd be hot. It's hot in Houston actually. So,
Yeah,
that's
just why I don't know. Man, if you see me in pants, shout out that appearance.
I like how my man got the shorts and the jacket and the beanie.
Look at me! I'm telling you, man. This is all the time though.
This is his style, man. This is his style.
Yeah, it will be.
So let's talk about the music for a little bit, man.
Please.
What do you like categorize your music as, or do you feel like? Because I heard you say something about pop. Some of the stuff you're starting to make maybe now, or is kind of maybe pop, or do you try not to put yourself?
I hope
in a
it's
box?
not pop. I hope, but it kind of accidentally falls into that. I'm not uniform. So when I write a song, I don't be like, I usually don't have a topic. Sometimes I'll hear a song and something will come to me and I'll write to that and then that'll form something. But category wise, I want to say somewhere along the lines of lyrical, because I'm always lyrical, and worth it. So I don't know how to define that because I don't sit down and write a song for nothing. There's never been a time where I sat down and was like, let me just write this.
Yeah.
Every single song I've ever put out, even wrote, made, there was a reason why I sat down and wrote it. I like to sit down and focus,
Yeah.
So I don't know how to define myself because I have many genres.
I feel the same way about you. Like it's hard to kind of say you're one thing or another because, we, what was it, the March Madness?
March Madness, yeah.
We did March Madness earlier this year. Man, actually, RIP to BJ, man. Steve Rodriguez, one of the co-owners, man. We just found out he was recently.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, that was tough.
That was tough.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
so, but you came in, and I think that was the first time that we had you on one of our shows. Was it? Okay, okay.
That was.
And you know what? I was like, I want to see, and I gave y'all that opening slot, and I tell you what, you guys killed it. You set the tone. People think that when they open up, they feel like it's like, I don't look at it that way. I feel like whoever opens my show has to set the tone for the rest of the evening. That's how I feel.
I kind of feel like that's just for all games, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because coming from, again, as a coach, when we go coach, when I was coaching my the guys or the girls, I would always like, hey, we're batting first or whatever. Let's set the tone. Let's go out there, be aggressive, swing the bat. Let's show them, hey, we're not here to bullshit.
Open it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so I appreciate, you guys doing that.
Yeah, thank you.
Because I got a lot of compliments about you guys.
And that night, I performed one of those poppy songs I was speaking of, actually. That night was a night where I was like, you know what? Let me show out a little bit, I am opening. Come on, let's show everybody here who we are. This is our first time at a TDM event, man. Performing. And yeah, that night I performed a lot of, the ones that I felt like would move the crowd no matter where you came from, because the crowd had a variety of people,
Yeah,
a
correct.
variety of people.
Yeah,
Everybody in there listened to all types of music,
yeah,
so I was glad everyone was bobbing their head. I'll take this. I don't need a follow. I don't need a handshake. I'll take this.
yeah.
That's good enough for me on
Yeah,
stage. Yeah.
yeah, I love that,
Hell
man.
yeah.
So then we fast forward to the summertime and we do Summer Jam.
Yeah.
God, R.I.P. B King now, because
Oh,
B King
I
was
know,
there.
I see.
Yeah, B King was there for my boy Monroe. We had Monroe
Yeah.
perform there,
He
and
was like 3 feet away from me.
yeah, we saw him, and I told B King, I said, "You want a mic? You want to get up there and be his hype man or whatever?" Because I just thought that would have been so dope, and
would've
he was
been
just like,
crazy.
"Nah," because I guess he didn't want us to take the shine from his boy, which I respect.
I mean, apparently he moves very human, like low key. He's not about the cameras all over him. He was just
Yeah.
chilling, man, by himself. You know what I'm saying? I was tight.
Because that day I had people come up to me like, "Man, B King's here." I knew he was coming though, because Monroe had told me. He's like, "Oh, he's gonna be pulling up." I said, "Bet." So then when he got there, I didn't see him, but people were like, "He's here," but he was kind of like ducked off somewhere, just chilling, like you said, just
Playing
being
it cool, man.
yeah, playing it cool, man. And
Was he from out that area?
I don't think so, not that I know of.
He just supported Monroe.
He was just there to support his boy Monroe, man, and that's admirable right there. Like that's love, dog. Like to me, that's love. So shout out to it's Monroe out there doing his thing. We'll be having him pretty soon on here and at another show pretty soon. So
Great.
but you guys came in and this time you performed a little. Who did y'all perform before? Who was after you guys? Do you remember?
I believe it was, if it wasn't Dead Sensu, I know it,
No, I think he performed before you guys.
I think so too, yeah. Type shit performed before me.
I think y'all were right before Powder, but I could be wrong. Or
Yes.
was it right before?
Yes. You're
Okay.
right. If it wasn't right before, it was right after. I can't remember, but
Because I think it was like you guys, Powder, then Tillo.
because she actually saw me that night.
Yeah.
That was the night when she actually like saw me perform. Like she got a good glimpse of me.
So I don't know if it was that day or at March Madness, but she was like, "Who are these guys?" She's like, "They're dope," And I was like, "Yeah," like
That's
and I
cool.
just told them, how about you guys, and I was like, "Yeah, but you guys were at March Madness, so then we did Embrace the Culture." Man, what was your experience like finally doing a TDM event? Because we had talked about it. You had asked me about performing like probably the Embrace the Culture 4.
I've been noticing Embrace the Culture since part 3 because if I can recall, I was following a lot of people at the time who were performing at ETC3.
Okay.
I want to see even Flows and Effects, I think, was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who I was following. So they were posting it on their end, and I had no idea what all this was. I guess you could say I was sort of new to the whole social media play of everything. So I'm seeing these guys performing at this Embrace the Culture 3 thing. So that's when I first caught a whiff of it. And then 4, I got invited out to by Chop. Pulled up. That's when we formally met and everything like that. That's when I experienced a TDM event. That's experiencing.
Yeah.
3, I just heard. And then, what do you know? There I am at 5,
Yeah, I think that was when I first met Chop. Was at 3.
3?
I had him, Apollo, perform. AB was supposed to perform, but he committed to it and then got so excited he forgot he had plans already that weekend.
Poor guy.
I think he was going out of town or something, but he's like, "Man, I'm sorry, but I got the next one." And I was like, "All right, that's cool." But yeah, that's where I met those guys. Had a good time. It was hot as hell because we used to do it.
Yeah.
We used to do it in the summertime, so that shit was hot.
Yeah, 4 was hot.
Yeah, 4. They were all hot, honestly.
Yeah,
Actually, 5 I think was hotter than 4.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, I was sweating my ass off that night.
Yeah.
I wore a white tee just in case.
Yeah. Nah, I stopped
Wait,
wearing white tees.
That's kind of opposite. I think that's kind of opposite. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was that experience like? Well, when you got to experience it, but then when you got to perform,
I was okay. Well, first of all, honored. All right. First of all, I'm very honored. All right, just to even be permitted, accepted, however you want to put it. I wanted to give the crowd a realer version of me. Mind you, March Madness, we opened up. We wanted to be a little up there. We wanted to be up here. I didn't really show off too much of the lyrical skill I try to say I convey.
Correct.
That night I did. That night I wanted to, since I experienced it in full the year before, I seen all the artists perform. I seen them do their thing. Chop came out with a fucking mask on, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their own slice of energy that made the pie its own fucking thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to be part of that the next time I I was there, and I was.
Yeah.
And all I gotta say is, first of all, honored, yeah, and completely just there to do what I was meant to do. You called me up there to fucking rock the fucking show out.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of mix that night. Yeah.
Nah, that's
I
what's
performed a
up.
lot of things that actually will be that I'm slowly leaking out. Like you said, I can't really define you. It's hard to define what category
Yeah.
I'm in, but I'm spending the rest of the year and possibly the beginning of next year pumping out all those varieties. So maybe we can get a label on what the fuck I'm doing. You know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can or you don't. You know, you don't really
Exactly.
need to. It's just music should just be, I guess, heard and listened to
Yeah.
instead of trying to. Because I've always hated the
Stigma.
Latino rap
Uh-huh.
or another thing that I hate is, oh, that's the Mexican Kevin Gates, or that's the
Oh, I know,
Mexican.
right? Yeah.
I mean, you know, the Mexican so and so. And I was like, why can't they just be fucking OT or D Baby or
Yeah.
whoever? Like, why
The
do they gotta be?
next, you know?
Yeah.
The next.
So that's why I low key hate when people do put labels, you know. But I know some people like to, hey, I do pop and or I do R&B and that's what it is, or I do hip hop and shit. That's just
I actually admire that, man. I swear, I'm one of the people to admire that because, like, the way I work is very sporadic. Just imagine a desk and all the papers are laid out. You know, like I
Yeah.
can't. And even if they are laid out, there's a stack of R&B. There's a stack of trap. There's a stack of lyrical, but there's all laid out. When I go through my files, it's like, fuck, you know.
how much music would you say you have stashed already? That's
Finally,
already done. Yeah.
finally, I have enough. I want to say I could drop like 3 albums if I wanted
Oh
to.
shit.
I could drop like 3 albums if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And then it'll include a lot of other features too. Like a lot of friends who I've been working with on the side who we're all patiently we're waiting to just push out.
Yeah. When are you dropping? When are you dropping it? When are you dropping
Yeah.
it?
But me and the crew, we like to revolve around each other, not over each other. So like we'll talk about like, hey, when you're releasing, all right, cool, and then I'll plan around that so it can be a stream, a steady stream of L&E, like how we want to push each other out. You know, it's yeah.
Speaking of the crew, L&E, let's talk about that. What does
My
it
guys.
stand for? What is it? Who's all in it?
L&E, legit noise entertainment. So right now it's me, my guy Effect, there he is right here, and my boy Red Ox. He's our producer. He's who mixes and masters us. He laces me up with, you know, I get on these mics and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a professional behind the mic guy. I get behind the mics and I'm like, all right, man. So this is what I wrote today. What do I do? And I go at it, you know, and you know that's where he's key at. You know, he's key behind that computer and that engineering skills and how you sound behind here. So key to me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not trained in that.
I think every artist needs someone like
Yeah.
that instead of just hitting the record button.
It's
and
different than a
letting you
yes
go.
man. He's
Yeah.
not a yes man. Like he's not like that sounds good, bro. No, he'll tell you, hey, bro, you slurred on half the shit, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you're dragging your flows, you know, some shit like that. You know?
I think more artists need that
I like
honesty, that you know, that constructive criticism. You know, it's not the. Again, we talked about this earlier. Like, don't take it as like an insult. Just take it as like, hey, you're helping me out. You know, as opposed to you just being a hater. Like, you don't like none of the shit I do. You know what I mean? Like, nah, it's just I want it to sound the best because I feel anybody that has a part in it, they want their best foot forward because it's
yeah.
like, hey, I'm the one that engineered and mixed this, and if it sounds terrible,
Yeah,
then that's on me too.
That's exactly what he tells me. He's like, this shit's on me, you know. Like right now, he's working on a huge project right now, and the reason why it's taking so long is, you know, it's his name behind it, and
Correct.
I feel him. I feel him completely.
That's
So
what-
yeah, so like I said, that's all three of us. We're doing everything by ourselves. We're trying to get more homegrown, kind of like how anybody who wants to grow their name, their brand, their logo would want to
Correct.
be. You know, you just start doing things yourself. You know.
You almost have to, man. You
Yep.
know, you just if that's what you want to do, you gotta get out there and brand the name, get people to know who you are because I guarantee. I mean, there's still people that don't know who we are, you know, and we feel like we've been putting in work, and sometimes I'm like, you don't know, you never heard of us. Like I get that little mindset sometimes, like you never heard of us, like what's wrong? Where you been at? But I understand not, you know, the legwork always has to be done. It always has to continue to grow. For 4 years, I've done nothing but put in work. I think this year was the first year in the 4 years that I started where I actually took a break. Like I just needed a mental break. But before that, nonstop. You know what? You know, just time, money,
Money.
everything.
Money.
And that takes, and you guys doing your own. Yeah, so you have your own studio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Red Hawk has everything at his place.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that takes money.
We actually have another person that we work with very close in hand, Pain Music Studio, which is my guy Scooper, and we go to his studio too. He's not L&E, but man, it's like right there. You know what I'm saying? We're like right here. We do a lot of shit together. A lot of crossbreeding.
How do y'all determine like what's coming out next, the projects?
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Since it's at home, you can make endlessly.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not at the studio every night. Red Hawk is. He's making beats out the fucking ass every night. And then Effect lives in, you know, they live in the same city. So Effect is there a little bit more often. He's dropping verses, he's dropping things all the time. And then I'll come every now and then and I'll do my thing. And then I actually like to rotate to a lot of studios. I like trying, just like I like trying new things. I like trying new studios. If I get invited to a studio, I'll pull up and, you know, and I'll listen to the sound. I'll record myself there. I've recorded in San Antonio. I've recorded in a lot of random studios in Houston. But when I go out there, we make a lot of stuff. So there's things that I still am like, yo, when we releasing this one, man? And it's always just like well, let's get with Effect, but Effect's like, hold up, you know what I'm saying? And then we hold up because there's other things to do. It's cool. We just hold up. So it's a lot.
I always wondered how people do like their rollouts, like when you're gonna put out a project or a single, whatever, right? Like what's the thought process behind? And I guess you want to promote it, present it properly first instead of just dropping it. But I know some people that just drop. You know,
right now I'm being real. I have a little bit of liberty right now. Like, you know, I do stress that I want my category to be more open. Like, for instance, like I love listening to like Kenny Mason, like Wiz Khalifa. And so whenever I type in Wiz Khalifa and I see over 1,000 songs pop up, I'm not saying I want 1,000 songs, but when I see over 1,000 songs pop up, features and all, I'm pretty happy. I'm like, oh, I'm set. I'm about to jam a shitload of Wiz Khalifa. So let's just say someone wanted to jam Jack Frost. When they type my name in, I don't want them to see 6 songs.
Yeah.
You're going to run through me so quick and you'll forget about me tomorrow.
Or there'll be people that look at him like, well, he doesn't put in no work. You know, he's not putting, because
that too.
I know artists that only have, you know, 6 to 8 songs on there, and they're dope artists, but it's like, where's the music? Where's the work?
Where's the work? You know, I know people who like the surprise drop, but you need I don't know, maybe like over 1,000 followers if you want to do that and expect results, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we're all not celebrities yet. I like to tell myself I'm a nobody till I'm somebody, and it's just something to humble me, you know?
Yeah.
It keeps me humble. It really does.
That's a very important trait to have, man, because I feel like when you start to think too highly of yourself, like you can always fall back down, be brought back down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro.
I've seen it way too many times. So
I've fell.
Hell, I've you know, I feel like I feel I'm there now. I feel like I'm at the kind of like at the bottom, I guess, like trying to work my way back. I don't know why, but I guess it's that hunger inside of me that kind of like, I'm not satisfied.
That's part of progression, dude. You're always going to tell yourself, I need more. You're always going to. And that's what makes you stronger.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan.
And sometimes we don't think like that. We just think like, nah, this shit's
this
whack,
whole
bro.
year.
Like, I got to do this.
So I dropped a song. The last time I dropped was, before recently, which is about a couple weeks ago. The last time I dropped, not including that, was back in February. And back then when I dropped in February, I had a whole like list of how the whole year was going to be. But none of that panned out. None of that panned out.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't drop until September, I think. Or no, October, sorry. So none of that panned out. But I didn't stop working in between. I kept, I mean, to be honest, I mean, who knows when you're going to watch this. Whenever you watch this, just know as soon as you tune into me, it's going to be something new because I worked towards that this whole year.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, though I didn't drop, I still went to the studio and got the songs I written out of the way. I just got the things out of the way and they sat. But I don't let them sit too long. You know, I think it's Da Vinci. Da Vinci had a lot of unfinished inventions, and he's known as a great inventor. But most of his inventions were unfinished.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so... You know, that I kind of don't want to lay there because those things don't get discovered, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to get the music out. Each one. So, like, Red Hawk proposed to me a few weeks back because we're talking about the rollouts, like you were saying.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, man, I got all these singles that I want to push out, man, but I don't know how I want to do it because each one I made my own cover art for them. But it would be smarter to just roll them all out in one go. Mm-hmm. And he was like, all right, man, how about we just make a cover art where, you know, you put one cover art, one cover art, one cover art, one cover art. You got a little 4-way. I'm like, hey, that's smart. But then it draws away. Each cover art has its own special little subtle hint and subliminal meaning to it. So
I was gonna bring up the was it Sunny Days one because I saw the video you did.
Yeah.
And it reminded me, I'm a lot older, so I remember the Sunny.
99.1.
99.1, man. So when I saw the video, I was like, yo, that's fucking dope. Because
that's what I'm talking about, homegrown stuff that we want to start doing things ourselves. That's a great example of that.
Okay.
That's a huge foreshadow for what's to come. I did that on my phone. All that I did on my phone and my brain. Didn't need to hit nobody up. I just thought about the song I made and thought about Sunny Day, sun. Hey, my mind just sprung up 104.1. 99.1.
Yeah, 99.1.
The old logo, it just hit me. And, of course, I'm learning how to do my own editing and everything, going back to just being homegrown.
Correct.
Doing everything by yourself. I applied that, put it together, had a little baby, boom, got the fucking cover art.
And it's like we talked about earlier, just progressing as opposed to just waiting on shit to be perfect. Yeah. It was like, just do it. Just you eventually will get better at.
We're adapting,
whatever.
Actually, man.
Yeah, adapting.
We're adapting. Because I got to be a content creator in a way. I don't have someone to sit over me and do my editing for me.
I try to always I kind of try to mirror what I'm doing with when I would be coaching the youth, when they're at the plate and they're struggling with a certain thing, I'm like, okay, we have to make an adjustment. Is what we would always say. We have to make some kind of adjustment. What are we not doing wrong? What's going on? Are we late with our swing?
Yeah.
Whatever, right? And it's like, so you have to make it. So in life, it's the same thing.
That's right. Yeah.
When shit's not going right, something's got to change. Something's got to. Okay, I got to make some kind of adjustment.
Yeah.
And that's how we get better.
That's right.
Being able to self-analyze.
That's right.
Everything around us, man.
Yeah, like I don't do sports, but
yeah,
fuck, I've worked all my life. I've worked in the fucking warehouses, so many warehouses all my life. But I do apply work ethic I do mirror work ethic to this music shit.
Correct.
Like you wanna work, you wanna play hard, you gotta work hard first.
Work
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You wanna fucking kick back and get on your phone, because everything in the warehouse is taken care of. Then do everything in the warehouse first. Do the music. Here I am fucking doing my own videos. I'm editing now. I'm you ever do subtitles?
Yeah.
Sometimes, you got to manually type in the word for word, depending on how you want to deliver
all the time.
Yeah, I'm doing all that. And I'm not doing it with I'm not doing it with a stern face. I'm doing it with passion. So I'm rewatching the video 100 times just to get 12 likes. I don't give a fuck.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Because what? One day someone's going to go on the page and they're going to see the work. They're going to scroll up. They don't know who you are until they click on you and then they see this nigga been working. Oh, okay.
That is so true, man. That is so true. You dropping a lot of gems, man, because and then in this era that we live in, it's more of a what have you done for me lately? They just want to see what you're up to. What do you got next? What's next? And sometimes I get caught up in that myself, so I got to tell myself, no, just stick to the plan.
Yeah.
Do it how you said you was going to do it. Stop trying to rush because you feel this is what other people want.
Yeah.
I've been on some fuck what everybody wants now. I'm just going to
go.
And either you're ready for it or not, or we'll capture a new audience, and we're working on things as well here, within the TDM brand to expand further than I love my city. I love Houston, but the goal is bigger.
Absolutely.
Right. So I'm thinking. I saw that you guys were on a tour, a couple of different cities that you guys went to. How was that?
I loved it, man. So my guy Effect couldn't go, but I went solo. I went out there to Austin and San Antonio. I went with this crew called Floozy. Okay. Shout out Floozy, man. Yeah. I pulled up with them. I went to Austin. The love is so much different whenever you go to another city.
It is.
Absolutely.
It definitely is.
It's actually mind blowing because these people never heard of me, and they're jamming me, and I gained a huge traction from each city I stopped at. So, mind you, I've been to Austin and San Antonio before, but this is me going as an adult and for my career as I'm pursuing,
Mm-hmm.
And it played out well for me. I met plenty of people. They met me. I'm a genuine guy. I'm glad these people were genuine too. It's these floozy people. They were just rolling with a bunch of people who care about music. Not your typical, hey, can I get a slot kind of guy. These are like, oh, I can't wait to perform. That's the response. Not when is the next slot open. It's more like I can't wait. Yeah. Those are like the passionate ones. So I was in contact with a lot of people like that. So that just kind of kept me in high spirits. I ended up recording the song out there with them.
Oh, wow.
I ended up writing a song and recording it the same day.
Nice.
I mean, I was like that.
Working
hyped.
while you're working.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That happens. That happens.
I get it. No, I completely get it, man. That's dope. I mean, it's not too many people that could say they've gone out of town to perform.
Man,
so when you get that opportunity, I look at it like as a blessing.
And guess what? Chop threw that in my way. Chop like, whew.
Yeah,
He was
Chop,
like, I just think you would be cool with this.
yeah, that sounds like Chop, man. Chop's always, that's why I like the
Extending
Stockton
his
song.
hand out. He's extending his hand out all the time.
Yeah, I like the song that him and Mike Garza did, the Stockton. It was like,
Yes.
yeah, I Chop Stockton. I'm like, you're like the leader of
Yeah.
assist, like, because he's definitely done that.
His references are key. I'm not a good. That's one thing I'm not good at when it comes to writing. I'm not good at references because I don't even watch movies. So
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
I don't watch movies.
Yeah.
I like comedy movies, but that's it.
What's your favorite? Or one of your
Anything
favorites?
Will Ferrell, Jim Carrey, or Adam Sandler, but Adam Sandler before 2010. Like none of this weird new Adam Sandler shit.
Yeah.
We're talking about like Little Nicky,
Yeah, I agree. Although I watched them and I like them all, but I love the older stuff.
Yeah, I like the older stuff.
I did like the Uncut Gems one. Although it was not a comedy, but I love the movie where he was like a jeweler.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah, Uncut Gems.
I've never seen this one.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, I
Is
believe.
it new?
Maybe
Well,
a
if it's
couple
on
years, maybe a couple years ago.
Dang, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know how long ago. I think it's longer than
He
that.
made this movie called Jack and Jill, and I just
Yeah,
I gave up on him completely. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, we're gonna have to do like a movie review of
God,
movies
that'd
one
be
day.
great.
Bring you in and we'll just fucking
Sit
Adam
a couple
Sandler
people down and
movies.
Put a movie on. Let's just, let's talk about it.
Yeah, no, Grandma's Boy. I know it wasn't Billy Madison, but it's in Billy Madison production. Yeah. So yeah, I love anything Will Ferrell, Billy Madison.
I just like funny movies.
I do too.
Everyone's been trying to get me to watch this Terrifier 3, and it's like a really fucking gory movie. It's
That's
not
what I
even
heard.
Scary. It's
Yeah.
not even scary. It's just gory. And I don't want to watch it. No, it's no offense to it. To be honest, if I watch a horror movie, it has to be based on a real event.
Yeah.
Because I can't be scared for nothing.
Before I came here, I was actually watching Apocalypto. Have you ever seen that?
What is that about?
It's about like.
See, I don't watch movies. I told you.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I was about to say, yeah, it's a
Hey, is that one about the Mayans?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I've only seen like glimpses of it.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. Like I'll sit down and watch that anytime. Mel Gibson did an amazing job with that.
Mel Gibson did it.
I mean, Mel Gibson's done that one, Passion of the Christ, Hacksaw Ridge,
Okay, I've actually seen
Braveheart.
Okay, I've seen all those.
Yeah,
I've seen all those. I think there was just a time in my life. I think after I was like 16 years old, I didn't have like a TV. I wasn't doing all that.
I rarely get to watch these days. Like all this stuff that I'm telling you is all old shit. Like when I watched,
same.
when I wasn't doing any of
Same.
this doesn't allow me to do any of that
You
because
seen Man of War by Nicolas Cage? Okay, see, that's a random one I just happened to see.
yeah, y'all stay tuned, man. We're gonna be doing movie reviews on,
Yeah.
on TDM Talk pretty soon. We'll be having the TV up pretty soon, and so, man. And before we get out of here, any last minute shout outs, man?
Shit.
That always stumps people. I always like asking.
Yeah, it is. Well, first of all, you gotta shout out David, man. You gotta shout out David from TDM, man. He threw me up here. I'm sitting on the casting couch, getting interviewed, man. That's the number one shout out, man.
Appreciate you.
I got nothing else to say too much, man. I do have okay, you know what? Nah, I'm not even gonna promote no new single because it doesn't matter when you tune into this video. There's gonna be something new out. So just tune in, right?
Yeah, stay tuned, man.
Yeah.
Any upcoming shows or anything you got?
No upcoming shows currently. Just nothing but pushing the music out. I have a lot of things I need to clear the files out, So no shows right now, thank goodness. I don't mind the break. That's the only time I get a break is whenever I don't have to do shows. I take shows seriously. Like the week of a show, I'm practicing all week. I'm getting my breath in. I smoke a lot, you know what I'm saying?
So yeah.
I'll get my breath work in.
Nah, I want to say I appreciate that because when you come to do the shows, you've done all three for us this year, and you've killed it every time, bro. So I salute to you, salute to Effect, the whole LNE camp. Man, we got to bring all three of y'all back one day.
That'd be cool,
just chop it up with all three. We got enough room on the couches.
I want to be in the middle next
You want to
time,
be in the
man.
middle?
I want to be in the middle. So.
The LNE sandwich. Gotcha.
Yeah. Actually, never mind.
Pause. Yeah, so thank you again for stopping by, bro. I don't know if you got anything else you want to just throw out there that we maybe not really covered. I know we could probably keep going, but the movie thing kind of like threw me off because once we started talking about movies, I was like, wait a minute, I like those same type of movies. No, but you're good.
So I talk a lot. So if topics went like this and that throughout the interview, that's just because I'm not hiding my real personality. This is exactly who I am. You
I
know?
tell people all the time, what you get from me on TDM Talk is
Yeah.
we'd have this conversation whether the camera was rolling or not. So
You know, actually, this would probably be the most realest dose of me that anybody would ever see ever. Like live, full on.
Okay.
You know, you always see me doing a music video. You always see me shooting a reel. You always see me on stage doing something like karate kicking. But you'll never see me talk straight on like this unless we're doing this.
no, that's what's up, man. And I try not to be too interviewish. I like it to be just a genuine conversation.
I like
We just
that.
chopping it up.
I
You
like
know?
that, yeah.
No pun intended. Chop.
Ha!
He's the most mentioned guy on J-Vaz show and
For
TDM
real?
Talk. That's what he. I think
Chop
he said
the
that.
father?
Yeah, a
Chop
lot of
the
interviews.
father?
A lot of interviews came from just him, and he was here last week. His interview just dropped a few days ago.
Yeah.
or like a day
With
ago.
the most hardest fucking artwork. It looked like a documentary.
Man, shout
What
out to
the-
Hardcore Digital,
for
man.
real?
That motherfucker there.
Hey,
is-
you know
is
what? He has made me something that I can't wait to put out, and you'll see it by the end of the year. I have something made by him as well.
Dope. Yeah, so shout out to Hardcore, man.
Yeah, shout out Hardcore.
I'm gonna have to send it to him because he ain't gonna watch this shit. But anyway, man, on that note, man, again, appreciate you stopping by, bro. Make sure y'all go follow him. The link is in the description. You can go to his IG, and then from there, you could just tap into everything else he's got going on. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Share this interview with somebody. And on that note, we are Them Damn Mexicans.